I'm never blowing bubbles ever again. Post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's dripping. I can't turn it off. I can't make it stop. Then I'm like, damn, my post-nasal drip is going. My sinuses are inflamed. My throat is gunked up. What is going on here? Damn. Snort, 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 code, drip, snort, snort. I got the drip going. Snort, 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 code, drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Damn, I got the drip go. I got the tips go. Clear your throat, blow your nose. Damn, clear your throat. Please tip me. Damn, post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's dripping. Damn, snort, 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 code, drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Snort, 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 code, drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. 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 Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids. Post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's post-nasal drip is a constant. I can't turn it off. I can't make it stop. Then I'm like, damn, my post-nasal drip is going. My sinuses are inflamed. My throat is gunked up. What is going on here? Damn. Snort. You don't want to be butt fucked. Trust me.
Boobies. 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 Breasts. Boobies.
Try to relax your anus, your shoulders.
Philip Burnell is a man. Here, so Jeremy Rubinstein can stare at me shirtless. Philip Burnell is a man. 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 Good evening, everybody. I'm Rich of ReviewTechUSA, and of course tonight there's gonna be more Phil because I can't watch the whole interview. I still haven't watched all of it.
Mobile game today or whatever, right?
Shut up, Phil. I didn't ask for you to fucking talk yet. You speak when you're fucking spoken to. Dad is not done. Well, Jay and I are going to be doing a May 1st stream. We got to watch him having a meltdown over my super chat.
Actually, I heard that, you know, his family's not doing so good recently, and
We heard that one part, but that's not the best part. Hold on. What am I looking for, man? I don't know. I think we got it. It's gonna take me 7 hours to get through one fucking clip anyway. So congratulations on having an anniversary on the same day that Philip Renault masturbated on May 1st, 2016. No, I got it. It's Snort Hogan, too. I like Duty. I watch his shit all the time, too, so that's no shade towards Duty. But he just... I love Dude, and he, oh, there's a clip I want from Duty streams where they call him out for... Phil basically did, hey, I have dirt on you. And they pretty much did exactly... They were like, dude, just bring it. Like, stop fucking crying about it and just bring it. That's... He not only made himself look bad. Now, I'm not saying the most professional person on the planet. I know I've pissed off people in this business. But that's like how to burn every bridge possible 101. Is to go on an interview where the hosts do nothing but their job. And because you aren't happy with the questions, you turn around and do a backhanded threat. Like, just, you're done, dude. Oh, Rise next to me. Let me put a notification for the stream. Breaths. Should watch Phil play Resident Evil. I have a Phil obsession. I just have to
Breasts.
come to accept it.
DSP probably
Breasts.
sees himself in the mirror, believing he has the Undertaker's physique, that narcissistic fuck. Also,
No.
I was bopping to that snort tune before you cut it. How dare you, lol.
Well, the software crashed. That was why I had to cut it like that. That's why I did that weird cut. Like, I like some stuff they did with the new firmware update, but there's some stuff they fucked up, man. Seriously. Well, let me put out a notification here, too. Oh, I already did that. Oops. Did I not do it on Twitter, maybe? Or did I? Alright, I did it. Did I not do it on my... Which page did I do it on? Not the right one. Philip Burnell is a fapping man. Yeah, reload the fucking site, dude. Christ. Fucking boomer book, man. So we got some... Oh, yeah, we got other... So, Father Birdman, what is your wisdom? It's all in the breasts. Yep. Yeah, dude, he went off for like ever after I did that. And the thing is, it takes so little to set off guys like Phil. Same with Jeremy and all those clowns too. It's all I said was, what are you going to be doing to celebrate the 7th anniversary of May 1st, 2016? And he went on a fucking tangent, dude. He went on a tangent. Like, what is the big fucking... How do you take... It must be exhausting. Exhausting to take yourself that seriously. Oh. No wonder they drink. I mean, I do a bunch of pots, so I should talk. 7-month milestone. Thank you, Skipperson. Can I get 7 random Phil noises? Of course. You could get,
Yeah! I love Hulk Hogan's dick and big taints. Woo! Right up my ass, baby. I love it. Oh, it hurts. Yes. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
Hand jobs all around.
Yeah, it's a freebie.
Oh, we'll play games. We can definitely play games. You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that?
Yeah, dude, he can't. He can't shut the... He literally is incapable Like, think even with the free PC, there was nothing nefarious behind that, Phil. The benefit that I would get out of it is I would get a piece of equipment out of my house. It's that simple. That's all it would have been. And you fucked that up. Like, how do you fuck that up? Think about it. It doesn't even make sense. He can I've never seen a person be able to self-sabotage themselves as effortlessly as Phil does. Like, he must have to take a shit and he'll put a corn cob up his ass just to make it more challenging. Like, how did I think of that analogy? That was the weirdest analogy I may have ever done. Okay. Hey, Rich, 1 year being a bird tuber, remember I should lose my gamer card because I died to the first enemy in the RE. So what? Who gives a shit? I'm sure I will. I have it downloading on... I should get it downloading on the Steam Deck, too. We'll wait till he hit the 500-person mark. I pissed off, and he threatened to ban me because I asked for details on what happened on May 1st. After I apologized, he went on a super rant. Yeah, you were in the Snort Hogan video, dude. Imagine... Like, yeah, would I prefer,
Breasts.
or do I want...
Hey Rich, arm yourself because no one else here will save you. Or at least that's what the late Chris Cornell says in that Casino Royale song, You Know My Name.
I love Chris Cornell. Why don't I know that song? That's very strange. Thank you, by the way. I like the actual voice-to-text-to-speech stuff. Thank you, John. I'll call you John. See, that's the thing. DSP lies about that, too. You get the full name. I'll never give the full name. When you get, Adono. But he said, dude, this is why Phil, this is why people hate you. You literally said to someone, not only did you lie and say you don't get someone's personal information, you said that if you were that paranoid about donating via tips, this is when he first got lost his partnership with Twitch. He said that you need help. Phil, man, you are a gaslighter, bro. And the thing is, not only is he lying, he's like shaming the person to try to guilt them. Oh, that's just kind of gross, man. I was about to say yucky. What am I, 6? That's just kind of like makes me feel like I gotta take a fucking... Hey, what's up, Mari? How are you? The Gun Show. Why does that ring a bell? Happy 1 year. Can't wait for the burst of May. Yeah, we're going to do a marathon stream. Well, yeah, especially on Twitch. Now, I'm kind of in a... Like, look, has there been stupid shit that I've said in the past for that I've apologized and owned up to? Yes. And I haven't repeated it, so I would say it's safe to say I've learned my lesson and grown as a person. But if I owned up to it, and obviously context is key, depending on what you said, and, like, do you ever get to live it down? But the problem with Phil is that he said shit recently. This is my last Phil chat, did I? Oh, I'm sure. Okay, I see it, Dr. Sexy Coco. Oh, I'm sure there have been May 1st. I mean, I don't mark on the calendar when I jerk off, so. Dude, I'm doing a May 1st duty. You should come on a stream. I'm doing it. Me and Jay are having a May 1st marathon stream. I'm going to have 2 fapping pictures of Phil in the back. We're going to eat pulsating chicken sandwiches. I'm not kidding. like I was saying, duty, before, why doesn't Phil do that? Like, it would just be like, look, it happened. Let's make a joke of it. I'm owning up to it. But he can't do that. He can't. Oh, man. Why the fuck is the jumping dinosaur back? Jesus. Oh, I bet when Jay logs in, it keeps his credentials. Oh, no. Hold on. Like, it keeps his settings, not credentials. What am I talking about? So, super chats. No fucking... No, there is no... Wait. Members, maybe? Yeah. The stupid fucking goddamn dinosaur. Fuck off. It's like I'm a fucking teenage girl with cat ears on. Get out of here. DHC, I don't know you, so no, you cannot be a mod yet. Like, it's like, oh, yay, guys, I got a super chat. Yeah. I look just like a teenage girl, don't I? Yeah, you would. Spitting image. Yeah, I know. Adam, I saw play Neo. No, I'll play
Breasts.
I'll be
play with
back,
breasts.
fat man.
Breasts. 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 Breasts.
Boobies. Boobies.
Breasts. Breasts. Breasts.
Breasts.
Breasts.
Breasts.
Breasts.
Breasts.
Breasts.
Breasts.
Breasts.
They gave Elden Ring ray tracing. Some places it's actually pretty noticeable. Actually, the ray tracing works in the Eye of Neo too. You know what's weird though? You go from like low to medium, at least from what I'm seeing on the Eye of Neo, to like if you turn ray tracing from breasts, I gotta open up Streamlabs. From like low to maximum, it makes no difference. But as soon as you put ray tracing on, it's very noticeable. A big cock. I've come to your stream. Mod me. Listen, Richless, DSP might even collab now with Review China since you are his sworn enemy. They will expose you so hard now that you might shake harder than his hand did on May 1st. Also, you and Jay are men. Yes. This is me quivering in fear. You could see I'm fucking frightened. It's a slow mend, man. It's I mean, what she has, 10 is no joke, you know? She might be getting out of the ICU soon, which I'm kind of mixed on. I'd rather her be there for like at least another week. But it's a slow process. Rich is an e-girl, also boobies, yes.
Boobies. 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 Boobies.
So, oh wait, we're at 500 people. Yay. Why the fuck did I just do that? Anyway, so let's watch Phil have a meltdown. I think we watched part of this yesterday.
Breasts.
I'm sick of people telling others to stop talking about DSP. No fuckers, DSP is a fascinating man, and as Aaron from Steel Toe says, DSP is an entity that should not exist with all the attributes he has
but somehow does, 110%. He is like he's a reality TV show. Birdfather, gonna go get a root canal and take off to Mexico to see my toy family and drink real tequila. I've got my 3DS ready for the plane and breasts. Thank you, and good luck to you. Oh fuck, a root canal, dude.
Breasts.
Sorry I missed your Kabusha. I think I gave you boobies. I'll give you more boobies.
Boobies.
FSR3 will have frame generation. Imagine the possibility of handhelds like the Steam Deck also give me an assortment of DSP sounds. Absolutely.
Woo! Right up my ass, baby. I love it. Yeah. Yes. Oh, la 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 la. Oh, hurts.
Why do I have that on there twice? I think I said that the other day and never fixed it. What's up, Slopes? We'll eventually get to a video, don't worry.
Well, stop.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Before I get angry.
Ow!
Before I get angry.
Ow!
Before I get angry.
Ow!
Hand jobs all around.
Ow! Ow! Breasts. 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 Cucumbers.
I don't know why I get... Oh, no. Can I get a DSP? Jesus Christ, man, the DSP compilations tonight.
Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that? Oh, we'll play games. We can definitely play games. I'm never blowing bubbles ever again.
And since you want this... No, I have not played that song, Kyle. Plus, gave you a bonus of DMs. Could you wear a wig and Sharpie goatee? Maybe. Because, see, the thing is, wigs are fucking itchy, dude, especially if you're a bald motherfucker. I don't know if I could deal with 12 hours of wearing a fucking wig. I'll end up ripping the thing off my head in anger. You still have wash your balls? Yes, of course.
Wash your balls, wash your balls, wash your balls, wash your balls.
Joe Bly, how am I missing super chats already? We just started this shit. Can you do a Tony impression of DSP's reaction? A Tony impression? Reaction to Keemstar. I remember what you're talking about. Like, you're a big... Like you have a big cock. Like, he sounds like DSP. You want to suck on fucking Keem's dick or what? Like, what's good? Man, you're huge. You're well endowed. I'd love to see you hard and throbbing. Like, what? Just got a Steam Deck and playing Elden Ring again. Just beat the Tree Sentinel as soon as I got to Limgrave on my first try. Damn. He's a tough motherfucker, man. If you don't have a certain... But see, if you've already played through it, you know the mechanics, so you don't... You know what I've noticed is that once you've learned the game and learned the patterns, you don't have to be as leveled up to do the same shit you did before. But that's kind of, I guess, for any game. Don't come to me for advice for handling depression. I am assure you I am not the right man to come through for that, but thank you. Thank you, Brian, for being a member. I missed a Space Daddy. I missed your super chat. Rich, you almost missed also can I get snort music. Yes. Did you hear one of my senators, Marie Cantwell, point out the exclusivity deals Sony has bigger studios as an argument against them? I saw something with that. I ain't talking about the Microsoft deal until it either goes through or doesn't go through. That's it. It didn't, and there were some people saying it went through.
I know you're a cute man, Dad Bird Rich, and I wish your daughter the best. However, the jumping dino must stay because it's cute as fuck. Like DSP's Ken costume with the lady wig. Bubble.
Thank you about my daughter, but that was pretty good. All right. Shockingly, it's time for some, wait for it, some DSP. Wow, who expected that?
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan, drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip.
Did you really? I'll have to check that out. That may be main channel worthy. We should watch Side Scroller Keem clip. They have the. We're gonna watch the clips. I can't sit through the full interview with this guy. I just can't. Because most of it is the same shit we've heard over and over again, and ugh.
Here we go. Review Tech is somehow back, despite the.
Hey Phil, just wondering if you're gonna have any plans to celebrate the 7th anniversary of May 1st, 2016. Thanks. Yes, you may get. Oh wait, someone else asked for a song. I'm not gonna play. I already played the Snort song. We'll play it later. But yes, you could get the Relax Your Anus song. If I can find it.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus.
Cucumbers. Cucumbers.
Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus.
What do you have with? No, I'll check out your channel right after this, duty. Let's just. I know part of this we played already.
The fact that I banned him a million times, so.
No, Phil. Oh my God. Except he leaves out the huge asterisk of you unbanned me and made a big fucking deal about it. You have the clips. Ooh, duty, I love you. You're doing God's work there, bro. We are just feeding him. Yeah, I've noticed. And he takes the bait, man. Yeah, he apologized to me. He made a big fucking spectacle about, like, just... And it, like, he was so, like, what did you getting fucking owned on there have to do with me? Like, he was trying to do this damage control campaign. And I think he thought being nice to a bunch of people, we would have been like, oh, we'll just stop talking about Phil then. It's just, no, we're not... Phil, I appreciated your, you know, coming and, you know, show your support for my daughter, but it doesn't hide you from criticism, dude. Just like it doesn't hide me. Rich, you're live. Fuck me in the ass. Thank you very much, Googlefish. I will get right on that. Yeah, like, he was trying to, like... Yeah, seek allies is actually a good point. He's like, holy fuck, like, what do I... Like, I just got exposed to the nth degree. And you know... You want to say I'm a detractor, Phil? Fine. I talk about you on pretty much a daily basis. Especially after this happening now. It's like... There's just, like, content for fucking generations to come. But you're going to say that... Craig didn't even really know anything about you. And when people brought him information, he looked into it, and it had a lot of evidence to it, Phil. Sorry.
Breasts.
Shirtless man. Breasts. Where? Damn it. What's up, Maggot Edits? How are you? I'm sorry for frightening you with being shirtless. Listen, Rich, May 1st is on a Monday this year, and Monday nights are usually for Monday Night Raw. So how much for you to purchase a toy wrestling belt and wear it? I don't know. Let me think about that. This is getting out of control. Would you realize we're celebrating the fact that a person who live streams accidentally masturbated on stream 7 years ago? We are doing that. Dear Rich, I used my imagination as best I could, but I sent you a thumbnail in your Twitter inbox. You're called to check it out. Okay. Like, oh, so what are you doing on May 1st for your job, Rich? Well, this guy we know on YouTube accidentally masturbated on stream, so we're celebrating it for him. Oh, you're joking. Right now, we're not. We're actually literally doing it. No, I didn't miss your super chat. I was getting that one. I was getting to the other ones I missed. Rich, I think you might be obsessed with Phil. No, here is the thing. Fascinated? Yes. Yes, I'm fascinated. Just like it's like a daily reality TV show that a lot of people watch. I don't think about Phil beyond here. Like, it's not like I have, if I have a picture of him painted on my ceiling, like the Sistine Chapel, and, you know, then we'll start talking. But, you know, it's like anything else. What's up, Nathan? How are you? Oh, wait, what did I do? So,
And now he's gone again. Amazing. Thanks for the super chat, though, Rich. Really appreciate that stupidity. Okay. So... Oh, no, I already offered peace with Rich, and he chose war. He did. So
I chose war. What does that mean, I chose war? Chose war of what, Phil? What did you want me to do? Dude, I talk about you pretty much daily. You want me to... One of the biggest things to happen in Philium history next to masturbating, you don't want me to talk about it? Come on.
basically, he didn't. You know, I tried to be nice to him. I actually reached out. I apologized. I know I've said mean things on streams, and I apologize for that. And actually, I heard that his family's not doing so good recently, and I said I wish you the best. I actually hope your family gets better and everything.
Which I appreciate, but it's almost like you were thinking that would have made you immune to, like, what did you think I was going to do, Phil? Like, change my whole MO? I wouldn't do that with anybody. Why do you think Pat the NES punk hates me? He thought being my friend, because we met once, would have never made me make a video like the softball video, which, yes, Pat, it was softball, like Diablo Immortal. It's weird. That's what I'm saying, man. All these fucking snakes, dude. Including Phil. Let's keep it real. Like, they don't want to really be your friends. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, like, how can this benefit me? Which, look, I get this. That's how this game is played. I get it. But that's the thing. I'll give Phil, like, I'll give Phil credit. He'll flat out just admit he hates me. And you know what? God bless. Slopes, you're my fucking friend. There you go. But, no, you know how this shit is, though. Slopes, you're a perfect example. Like, people are all friendly and buddy-buddy on the surface, but behind the scenes, who fucking hates who got into an argument at a con, who did this, who did that. But, you know, call it the Facebook effect, where all the boomers are. Same mindset. Where, you know, I literally know some people that are screwing around on their husbands, but then they'll put up pictures of them like, my husband's the best man alive, except when I'm sucking the next door neighbor's cock. It's a facade. Oh, it happened, dude. It happens. It's not just even on YouTube. It happens. You could work a corporate job. You could work any industry. There's pettiness and backstabbing and fakeness everywhere. Oh, Tower Dragon, you've been a supporter for a year. Thank you very much. Here's some funds for the upcoming war with Phil. Yeah. Wait, who's messaging me? DSP does that, though. Says some weak compliment about not someone, then expects to get his ass kicked without any future criticism. Dude, that's a lot of people. Why do you think, like, the quartering hates me? Why do you think, and here, that's why. Hold on 1 second. The same reason it's always off. This is how I pay the bills. You know this. I'm an asshole. You met Phil? Where did you meet Phil? Here's some fun. Yeah, like, what is the war? I'm not a... Here, Phil, there's no war because I'm not at war with you, dude. I keep it to YouTube. I ain't gonna do anything to you. He wants war. As he's sitting there playing Oblivion.
And he sincerely thanked me for that. And then he proceeded to then go on social media and continue to trash me. He proceeded to go on other shows and trash me. So basically, you know, the usual for him.
What is the usual, Phil? It just so happened that at that time, the interview came out. No, that was right after the interview. I think, whatever. I appreciate the support for my daughter. Okay? I'm not going to take anything away for that. The timing of it was curious, though. Oh, wait, she's right. I could put my shirt back on. Thank you, dear. God damn, another fucking cold. Swear to God, everyone, it like passes around in a circle, this cold. Or I think my sons had another one. They brought it from school home, and we got over the other one. Yeah, I haven't had time to try it yet, man. I've been so busy today. After the stream, while my boys are sleeping, I'll try it. The demo ran good on the Aya Neo 2, and I hear it runs good on the Steam Deck as well. Hearing some mixed shit on the consoles, though, man. What's with that dead zone on the Series X? What the fuck? It's crazy.
You know, he's a scumbag. So I'm done with that nonsense. Like I said, I'm done trying to be a nice guy. I'm done trying to be, you know, reasonable with people. People will not be reasonable with me, so I'm not going to be reasonable with them anymore. I'm just going to fucking ignore them and tell it like it is in my own content, because I'm...
This is not a call to action.
Breasts.
Someone, out of curiosity, I just want to see what he has to say. The dead zone, for some reason, with the controls with Resident Evil 4 Remake, Digital Foundry was just talking about this. The dead zone, where, like, until your character actually moves the weapon, there's a huge dead zone. It's really bad. Serious note, you should really watch the Amazing Atheist videos. 5 types of people also in this world, as I want to hear you relate certain characters like Basement Peeing Man, May 1st Guy, Tickle TV, Mac with a butter-smelling ass, etc. Okay. They'll send that to me on Twitter, because eventually I'm going to want to get away from Phil. It's interesting, but it's kind of getting old. Oh, yeah, dude. Plenty of live variety streams. I'm not just like, this is just big stuff, and to see him have this meltdown over shit we've been asking for years, like, he can't handle it. He can't handle it. He reached out to you because in the interview, Craig criticized him for not apologizing to people he hurt. He did that to show he grew up. Lasted 72 hours.
I'm just not going to put up with being harassed and treated like dirt anymore, you know?
But I'm not harassing you, dude. You're just like, again, you're like a Whack Pack member to me, like on Howard Stern. You are entertainment. That's it. I don't give a fuck about you beyond YouTube and beyond this camera. You're entertaining. I mean, like, if there's like a documentary or a Duty Streams video or a Snort Hogan video that comes in my feed of you doing something stupid, yes, I watch those for entertainment as well. But that's it. Like, I live my life, man. Yeah, I heard they use checkerboard rendering too. Like, really? All right. I gave the thing run decent on integrated graphics. What the fuck is going on with the consoles? They're more than capable. Phil will never understand why he is how he is. My uncle and his American wife is the same, and he has the same kind of personal grudge against you. Me? Like, he doesn't like me? Wait, your uncle doesn't like me? That's awesome. Eric Perez, of course. You could take the bubbles and shove them. Well, he plays on, like, normal difficulty, right? I've heard he was actually playing RE4 on hard, and he was getting his ass blasted.
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that? But I didn't fucking do nothing to deserve this kind of treatment. I really didn't. But anyway, yeah, I'm done. I'm done trying to be reasonable and trying to be a nice guy. That's it. I gave it a go. People want to continue to, like, crush
Gave it a go.
me. Well, crush this, you fuckers. You're done.
Crush you? Who wants to crush you, dude? Who's doing anything to you except reacting to what you're saying? Crushing?
Nothing from me no more.
Oh, bro, and when, like, it's a Gundam has a video brewing. He has a video brewing. He's gonna go into, like, the witness protection program after that video. There's no way It's a Gundam doesn't have a video cooking on that.
You could have had Mr. Nice Guy. You could have literally.
You could have had He sounds like a villain from, like, a 30s gangster film. You could have had Mr. Nice Guy, eh? But instead, you have a man who masturbated 7 years ago on May 1st. I had to bring that in there somehow.
Literally had me being a nice person, but you're not going to get that no more. Am I doing anything on May 1st? Yes, I'm going to take
Am I doing anything on May 1st? And he's getting, his blood is boiling.
a collage picture of the faces of all the people on the internet that have been really nasty to me. So there's a few 100,000 of them. So I'm going to do a collage picture. I'm going to drop trowel and take a big steamy dump right on top of it live on stream. It's going to be a really epic event.
Dude, just take a dump on my chest. It's fine. I'll get the saran wrap. I'll fly out there till I'll pay for the ticket. Just shit on my chest on May 1st. No, don't. I'm kidding. Please don't. Dude, I don't know what happened. Like, you could see by his, like, whatever o'clock shadow that he can grow the facial hair, but he just decides to, like, I don't even know what the fuck he's trying to do, because it's not a goatee. Like, I don't know, a mustache with a 5 o'clock shadow? Yeah, I've heard he has a scat fetish before. I don't know if that's true. Look, he wants his wife to take a dump on his chest, and man, and hey, so be it.
I can't wait for you guys to be here on May 1st for that one. It's going to be very exciting.
You know what's going to happen is he's going to get so many May 1st jokes, like super chatted, he's going to lose his mind on May 1st. You know he is. Please don't do it. Please don't. But you know people are going to do it anyway. And that's not me, like, doing, like, reverse psychology. I encourage you not to do that. But you know, like, his trolls are going to do it. And people, you can have Snow Carl. Like, yo, dude, did you beat off today?
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that?
Oh, goody. Another Phil stream. Wow. It's almost like you've never been to a ReviewTechUSA stream. Well, welcome. There's a lot of Phil to talk about after the podcast that he did. So buckle up.
Breasts.
Boulder
I
of a
agree
wife.
with Foil with you dressing like DSP on May 1st. You'll need to get the Beethoven wig, black shirt, and neck-tilting action with Mario Paint music and sword fighting thoughts with Jesus.
Jesus Christ. With Chase, dude, that stream is going to be insane. It's really going to be insane. Rope first, Mayfest. Yeah, I'm not shooting ropes on stream. Bilotti, thank you for becoming a member. I'm making sure. I would be careful with Phil. He has the snort for it with a slimy. And dude, the most amazing thing, Kyle, is that we were going through, shockingly watching Phil videos. Man, it's weird. I never talk about Phil. But he had a sandwich there that looked worse. That's why he's talked about on a daily basis. He does something fascinating. The man updated people on his unsatisfactory fast food chicken sandwich 2 weeks and change later. Are you kidding me? Do you understand why I discuss him on a pretty much a daily basis?
Great anniversary celebration. All right. Now, Danny, that's just completely false. ReviewTech absolutely intends harm. I've told him a million
No, I don't. Not in the slightest.
times the things that he directly has said about me has harmed myself, my family, my business. He doesn't care. It definitely is harm.
Dude, I would actually guarantee that my compulsion to be fascinated with you, which teeters on obsession, which I only keep the stream, so that's what makes it not obsessions, and I don't wish you any ill will, has probably helped you financially. Like, I know, I see names in your chat, and people have told me that they find you fascinating enough to the point that they want to support you. So there you go, Phil. The reason, let me be blunt with you right now, Phil. Not me, but the reason why you're still making a living doing this is because of your infamy. You may not want to admit it. You may want to live in this fantasy bubble that you make meaningful streams, that you fall asleep. There's literally a tweet recently of you falling asleep multiple times. But it's the compulsion, and Craig and Adam were saying that they understand it now, like they were like, after they were done interviewing you for 64 hours, they were like eating dinner and like, and then Phil goddamn said this. You get it now? You understand it now? He is a bizarre man. I don't wish you ill will, Phil. I really don't. But do you fascinate me to like a reality TV show that I can't get enough of? Yes. And it is because of people like me, and let's say it's a Gundam and all the other people who've made videos on you, that it keeps your name in people's mouths, and it's because of that that you're still making a living doing this. And if it was not for that, if you stopped doing all the dumb crap and you just fell asleep and play video games, you would probably be done. Your bizarreness, your self-sabotaging narcissistic ways have kept you almost relevant. So, it's going to sound arrogant, but I'm just being real. And I'm a minor part of it because there's way more relevant people that talk about you. But cumulatively, from all of us, you're welcome. Because in a way, you almost got to thank Duty Streams, Snort Hogan, Aqua Teal, oh my God, I can't remember his name right now. Dick Stroking Phil Vlogs, Soma Julius Cruz. Oh, and there's more. I'm just not thinking of him right now. Snort Burnell. I'm telling you, you could be pissed off and tell them all to kiss your ass. But if all those, and Memology is an OG. If all these motherfuckers stop talking about you, it's a Gundam. And even that goddamn interview, that damning interview you just did with Side Scrollers, your name is in people's mouths, and that it ain't because of your stunning Oblivion gameplay, Phil. It's not because you're gonna do an S tier playthrough of the Resident Evil 4 remake. It's because you're a fucking dent. You raged at somebody Because they said you were playing God of War Ragnarok on easy. You updated people on a chicken sandwich situation from a fast food restaurant 2 weeks later, thinking that people cared enough. This is how you're still making money. You may hate us, but you are fucking welcome. And that is not me being arrogant. That is, and again, I said I'm a minor part of it. It's, again, one of It's a Gundam's videos has gotten more viewership than all the times I've probably talked about you combined. But those kinds of videos keep you in business. You may hate it. Your pride may never let you admit it. But everyone who continuously talks about you is the reason you're still here. Because if you ever became self-aware and just started being boring on stream, you would be done. Anyway, streaming for 3 fucking hours. We're not even through a 2-minute video.
Harmful, and he just doesn't give a shit. He intends harm at this point. If you've been notified your actions are harming someone and you continue the action,
they're not.
Then all you do is you don't.
I get it, man. Some people do this as like a side hustle. Remember what I said? Like, to stop talking about him for a month. But I get people who are like, look, Rich, I do. Some people have a side hustle just on film. That's what I'm talking about, though. That ties into what I'm saying.
Breasts.
Breasts, yes. Breasts also. You would be Michael and he would be Fredo. Oh, Jesus. Listen. I'm not going over to war with a man over fucking his stupidity. But I'm saying, though, like, think about, even if you're making money for the lulz, dude. Like, aren't you, like, retired anyway, duty, or something like that? Like, I get, like, but just the fact that, like, multiple dedicated channels exist examining and distilling this man's mostly boring-ass streams shows how incredible he truly is. And also shows that if people ever stop talking about him because of all the dumbass gaffes that he does on almost a daily basis, he wouldn't just make money anymore. Oh, I missed your super chat. I'm sorry. He doesn't realize that, Vanguard Dice, though. He thinks it's everyone else's fault. He thinks that for some reason his life is just completely unlucky, and it's just him. He's a snowflake. So what did I miss here? Flashback. Well, it's been a year. Word at a time. I thought I answered that before. Also, can you help me fart in Phil's face? I think he'd appreciate the gesture. Yeah, I could absolutely do that.
Breasts.
Do you realize that intro guy's fart is so fucking long? I did not time stretch that for those of you who don't know, which is probably none of you. You probably all know. That his fart it's the natural length of his fart, not his penis. That I was able to press the button casually as the fart's playing, go over, get my drink, and drink the drink and put the cup back down, and then hit breasts, and all in the time of that huge long fucking fart. That is incredible. Please appreciate that. It wasn't from my ass. I'm not looking for accolades. That's intro guy's ass. Applaud that man's ass. Worship it and savor it. Oh, yeah, when he, like, made a big deal about it, it was too challenging to cook Hamburger Helper. And he had the stupidest fucking videos, like YouTube, because I watched one DSP react, and that's his old channel that he just rebranded, you know. He pulled like a GM of the 90s where they would have like one truck body, and they would just, there would be like an Oldsmobile version of the truck, a Chevy version of the truck. Phil essentially did that, a Cadillac version of the truck. Phil essentially did the same fucking thing with this channel. It's kind of what I did with this channel. No, it's definitely what I did with this channel too. We both pulled a GM. So point being is that there's older videos there where he used to like review food with like elevator music in the background for 30 fucking minutes. Like he would literally, like you could have Ritz crackers and he would have a Ritz crackers review. And he would explain to you the drive to go to the store to go buy them. But he had like ramen noodles or cup of noodles. And he had like a shrimp one. And then he had another like a chicken one. And the motherfucker, he puts the packet of seasoning in the hot water. And he mixes the seasoning in the water in the cup of noodles. And he said, you know, it kind of tastes like seasoned water. Phil, that is exactly what it fucking was. Yeah, dude, he would Dreamcast Guy's soup. What's up, man? Dude, he would review just like, it wasn't even like special food, too. And like, now, you could say that about Report of the Week. Okay, valid point. Like, if Phil argued, well, Report of the Week does it, but Report of the Week, first off, doesn't take 35 minutes to review a frozen fucking pizza. I don't think so, anyway. Secondly, he has, like, a flow and a charm to him. Phil would just be like, all right, here's my pizza, and I have Michael J. Fox actually holding the fucking camera for me. In his defense, back during that era, I wasn't much better, if worse. I may have been worse. I used to, even like when I started full timing this, like I would like tell stories and to just have like the camera pointing at my fucking rug. Like, what was I doing? What was I doing? Explain it to me, because I don't know. But oh man, those like here was something else stupid he said too, like. Yeah, Phil could make opening up like a frozen meal seem like he was Gordon Ramsay because, I don't know, look, what the fuck does he have around his neck?
You care about your own personal gain over that. So
I don't care, dude. You entertain me, Phil.
So, there, we got 3 more. Now I need 2 more and we're done with that. Does he have vampire salts? No, he does not. 0 vampire salts. So,
thank you for your business. Goodbye.
What is happening May 1st? I told you, I'm going to actually name the event The Great Emptying. I'm just going to completely empty myself on top.
Imagine he actually did. He's not going to. But imagine he actually did. He just like took a huge dump and like that. He like purposely like if I'm nuking my YouTube channel, I'm going out in style. And then he has a picture of my fat goofy ass and he just takes a big shit on it. I got a job at the post office. Fuck this. DBZ, yeah, I did miss your super chat. I'm sorry. When did he get the thought? Is that when he showed the cat? Yes, Turbo Express. He did empty his penis on May 1st. And what I like, I have bills. Like, dude, who doesn't have bills coming up, Phil? Just do your job. Everyone has 99.9% of the human population has financial problems, Phil. Around the world. I feel dumber knowing DSP exists.
Breasts.
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 And your name is Big Ass Tits. Your name is Big Ass Tits. That is amazing.
Top of a nice collage of my my biggest fans.
Phil, I'll send you a fucking poster of me. I will send you a poster of me. And you could shit on it. I don't know where you could post. See, but where could you post it though? If you let that a turn of my picture.
You know. completely empty my digestive tract. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna, you know, an actual colon cleansing live on stream.
What are you gonna fucking take, like Metamucil?
Okay. Anyway, I finally found it. I finally found it. Danny, you're about to get banned, just so you know, because I already said I'm not putting up with bullshit and drama. So one more word out of your mouth, and I'm gonna ban your ass. Okay. Danny, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Sorry about earlier. I know you were just trying to be funny, but you gotta understand I'm done with the nonsense. I'm done with these fucking trolling shit.
Phil, you're always been uptight. Don't make it like you're done now after the interview on Side Scrollers. You've always been like this with that shit. 2 single breasts and...
Breasts.
Breasts. Breasts.
Why am I hard? Because you're watching my live stream, obviously.
Dumbass, if you coming in here. Seriously, like, you try to be nice. I extend the fucking olive branch to the guy, and he has to come in here and be gross to me. It's like, dude, you're such an asshole. Why? If someone says, listen.
What was so vile about that, Phil? Any person who isn't insane would have, who did the same, like, it's like, I guarantee you, if I went to the Amazing Atheist and be like, dude, are you going to put a banana up your ass for the anniversary of whenever the fuck that happened? He would probably, like, he would just, like, joke around. I know he would, because that's exactly why it was a nothing burger with him. What he did was way, way worse than what you did. In spades. I know all you guys know I'm not going to the story again. But he handled it different. The reason why it haunts you as much as it does is because you're still sensitive about it. All right, dude, you jerked off 7 years ago, or soon to be 7 years ago on stream. Get over it. Or, like, play into the meme. But no, you're sitting here, be angry.
I want to call a truce. I'm sorry for things I said about you. Let's have a truce. Okay, let me immediately go to Twitter and insult you constantly.
He makes it sound like they broke up or something. Like, what the fuck?
Talk to other people, insult.
Yeah, own it. Just like Adam was saying. Fucking own it, dude. I've said stupid shit in the past before I regret. I apologize for it. I owned it. You move on. Play into the memes. I fucking unboxed the Note 7 shirtless in 2016 as well. Around the same time when you beat off. Literally. Now I make fucking a good chunk of change. Let's just keep it real from getting shirtless for $50. Who cares? Own it. Enjoy it. Stop taking yourself so fucking seriously.
Dad, where's your SM7 BBC?
Eventually going to be back on the table with all of the other stuff going on. What happened was the mic stand pulled out of this piece of shit fiber particle board table. So the mic stand fell off. So, I mean, this is pretty good for now. I figured out how to get background noise out of the way. I EQ'd it, I think, a little bit. But I'm not sure I like this shotgun mic. I actually think my shittier shotgun mic sounds better in the videos. It's funny how that works. Sometimes the cheaper thing is actually better.
Insult them with the conversations, come on your stream and insult you. What the fuck is your problem?
How is that insulting you? How is that insulting you, Phil? You are making it like, oh my god. Phil wishes dude, he makes it sound like we were dating.
Really? What the fuck is your problem? Like, can you even explain that behavior besides you're just a fucking terrible human? I don't think so. I think he's just a terrible fucking human. So that's why I don't want to deal with that shit no more. I don't even want to joke about it or nothing. I'm just done with it, you know?
See, this is the one mistake that the internet has created, is that people who are not meant to be public figures have become public figures. Phil is not built to be a public figure. And to be quite frank, for a while, I wasn't either. DSP wants to live in a reality where he controls the dividing line between old and new. Phil. But he hasn't addressed any no. And he thinks he's changed. Like Craig said the same thing to him. Like, what's really changed about okay, like, so you've begrudgingly stopped filming yourself in front of a camera, and then you stop just doing playthroughs and doing live streams. But if you really look at Phil's content now compared to Phil's content back in 2010, minus how he recorded the content, he hasn't changed at all. He's a man. Yeah, let's watch Phil. This is really worth it. I think there's, and we'll go to duty stuff after this.
Let's go into WWE Champions.
Sure.
Let's talk about this, because this has been a consistent theme.
And now I'm going to masturbate.
With all the detractors. They want to know about your experience with this game. Just a real simple yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Do you currently still play WWE Champions?
Yes.
Isn't that already... Didn't he say he didn't? Didn't he say he doesn't play it anymore? I am almost positive. God, I sound like Phil. That he said he stopped playing. Yep, he did. So already 12 seconds in, 12 seconds, we're already at a red flag. I know I've seen clips of him saying in the past 12 months, the game's not even on my phone. And it was funny. The detractors usually know, man. Someone, because people don't miss a fucking trick, saw on his phone the WWE like UI. He was in the app and they matched it up. It was a blurry picture, but they matched, because his webcam is from 1937. They matched up like how like the scoreboard was and all the other shit. Was it you, Duty, who did that? Props to you if it was. And he would have said, I don't play. That's bullshit. That's the detractors. Oh, you just said you play it. So it very well could have been the app on your phone, right?
Rich, are we all going to FAP on May 1st? I am going to watch 4K Force Cream Pies on HDR with Jay on the bunk bed.
Oh, don't get creepy. You're getting creepy with the force screen in HDR. Well, Dolby Vision or what? Can I get I don't have delicious salt, but you could get a yes.
Yes.
You could get the Hulk Hogan.
I love Hulk Hogan's dick and big taints. Woo! Right up my ass, baby. I love it. Humping Steven Crowder.
I don't have the whole, but I do have...
He got my nipples up in a tissy.
Dude, Phil lies a shit ton. He literally said he doesn't play the game anymore, and he was in the app. Jesus Christ. This is why. This is why he always dodge interviews, because he can't even remember his own sweet little motherfucking lies, man. I almost closed down the stream. That's it.
Okay. Yes, you do. Mm-hmm. Why are you so why are you so hesitant to talk about that, or to talk about WWE Champions? And
because he is. I don't know if he's spending the money he's been accused of, but he's probably spending more than he should. Way more than he should. That's why he should. He can't. The problem is his brand is decrying poor. This is going to take 7 years to get through this 24-minute clip. So if he's not as poor as he says he is, and he has money to spend on his gambling addiction, which if you have a gambling addiction, you may not actually be able to afford the money, but he's doing it anyway. People are going to be pissed. It's your money to do what you want with, but if you're begging people because you say, look, I can't eat tomorrow unless you send me tips, and then you're going, I thought you needed to eat, Phil. Why are you spending it on...
I love Hulk Hogan's dick.
Oh, it's big and throbbing, brother.
And didn't they say, like, the times where he begged harder lined up with events in the game? Because you know motherfuckers are tracking that. I think Craig talks about it here. We'll get to it in a minute.
We'll start there.
Oh, why am I hesitant to talk about WWE Champions?
Because you have something to hide.
Well, the thing is, I wasn't at first. I did talk about it publicly years ago when the game first came out, very innocently. Talked about playing it casually.
And I know I brought this up the other day, but it really, like, sinks in. Didn't he say that he was an alcoholic? Why are you taking shots for money, dude? You should be a mile away from alcohol. What are you doing? But the thing is, with Phil, was he even really an alcoholic? Press X to question that.
You know, that I was a fan of wrestling. This is a game that I played. You know, over the years, every once in a while, I will casually mention a mobile game I'm playing or whatever. But, you know, it's nothing that I would think that my audience
Master
would be super
Rambo was
interested
good.
to hear about me. What mobile game?
I still don't think he's an awful person. I think he needs a lot of help. It's actually kind of not funny. Then he does something stupid to make me laugh. But it kind of isn't. Like, I seriously... And then he says, and I always bring this up, is that I don't have time to go see a therapist. I'm like, dude, you don't have time to go see a therapist. Like, I don't have time to go to the gym. Shut up. You're full of shit. Make time.
Games, I casually will talk about them. That would be like something I would mention on my podcast, you know? Oh, let's talk about playing a new mobile game today or whatever, right? But what's ended up happening is, over the years...
He never... What is he talking about? He really never talks about mobile games. Probably because he doesn't want to, you know, put himself into a trap.
Every little thing that I mention.
You use your fucking phone to see it. Televisits, dude. Literally, I've done them. I need to go back to a therapist. I'll admit it. There's many. Don't tell me you don't have time. You're full of shit.
It's not directly related to my content or my business, what I'm doing on stream.
I will never truffle shuffle for any amount of money.
Somehow,
but thank you.
Gets
I'll enjoy your pizza.
Into something distorted or messed up by my detractors to make me look bad. And this is a prime example of them, in my opinion, and you can disagree, trying to orchestrate something. Well, just one of the many things, because we can go through a lot of the things they've done that have been completely disproven. But this is one of the things that I never went out of my way to disprove because it's stupid. It's ludicrous.
Can I ask you, Phil, have
Sure.
you ever spent money on this game?
Of course I have, yes.
Have you spent a lot of money on this game?
Breasts.
Yeah, no time for therapy, but plenty of time to bitch. Yes, you're right. Rich, listen, you are my addiction, so here's another StreamLabs to support your family. Thank you. And burnt bagels now will rise up with you onto the top bunk. Meanwhile, Jay and Dreamcast Guy can eat soup together at the bottom bunk. And...
breasts.
Cucumbers. And big taints.
And big taints.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Good question is, what does a lot mean?
Thank
Anything
you.
over
Rico. I appreciate
$100
that,
is too much on a mobile game. So
Probably when the game first came out, yes, I spent over $100 on it. That was 2017 when it first came out. Trust me, I'm versed on this game now for all the wrong reasons. So yes, in the first year.
Wait, did you just flex on how good you are at the game?
No. I said I'm versed in the game because I have to know about it because they're freaking put me in conspiracies about it and shit. It's ridiculous.
Okay,
I don't want to know about it.
What? That sounds like an oops. You're well versed in a game? Come on, dude. There's a lot of evidence here, man. It ain't like my gastric bypass bullshit where they said like, did Dr. Sanjay Gupta, whatever doctor, visit? I'm like, no. There was no surgery done on me. They literally I had to block the person. They put a real fucking doctor's name up in there. But that's the thing. Like, kind of like when they were saying you got it. You notice that the stuff that there's validity behind Phil sticks. The stuff that it's not, there's no validity, like the whole thing of you buying an escort. Even the detractors came forward and were like, it's not real. Oops. The shit they hold on to is that there's evidence behind, dude.
About it.
How much money have you spent in this game? Do you mind saying?
Oh, the camera's
Total,
on.
I couldn't tell you. It's definitely total under $1,000 over the years that it's been in.
Holy shit. I spend more than I should. I buy fucking games on Steam all the time, and I shouldn't because I don't fucking play them. I end up playing them for like RE4 I'm probably going to play through, and Dead Space I'm probably going to play through. But a lot of times I buy the game, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is cool. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go back and play more Elden Ring. I shouldn't have bought that game because it's a waste of fucking money. But this is gotcha shit, dude.
In operation for sure.
Okay, not over $1,000.
No,
because
absolutely
that's not what people think.
That's correct.
They think that you're some sort of a whale in that game.
Oh, I know. I've seen every. I haven't seen every video. I've heard it all. First, it was like thousands. Then it was 10,000. Then it was 20. Then it was 40. Now it's 100. I think 100,000 supposedly I've spent on this game.
Well, we started talking about it, and you instantly went into just attacking other people. Like, we don't have to, like, your detractors. Like, they may deserve it. I don't know. But we can have this conversation without even bringing them up.
Sure.
Right? We'll bring them up if they're you're
yeah, when Paul Joseph Watson from InfoWars like, oh, I got the Excel spreadsheet on your gastric bypass. Like, what are you, an Excel spreadsheet? I think he was trolling, but it was pretty funny.
You're saying,
and he did sound like Paul Joseph Watson.
And you're instantly going to they're making up shit. But you do play this game. You have spent money on it. And I think what's happening is when you're begging your audience for money and then complaining that, this King's Feast is too expensive for a $60 meal, and you're stressing for money, and then putting money into a game that is a mobile game that is, I mean, let's face it, mobile.
And he was decrying poor in 2017. So even if you want to go into the sweet little lies section, which I think this is bigger than that, when he was decrying poor back then, which he was, we all know it, he somehow had about $1,000 that to spend on WWE Champions. And again, if he wasn't doing the begging, it's your money, man. You do what you want with it. Okay? But your brand is decrying poor. And if you're not doing what someone who decrying poor should be doing, people are going to get pissed.
Mobile games are not necessary in life.
No
Spending any amount of money on a mobile game. I've never played this WWE. I don't even know. I saw like a picture of it, and it looked like Candy Crush or so, I don't know what the hell it is, but it just feels like they feel like you're just using them to, like, using your audience. And like, I don't want to be used. I personally, I don't like feeling used. I've been used by people in the past, and I don't have time for that in my life. So when people are watching someone online and supporting them,
that's why I don't like having tip goals. I think people like that too, and they like the fact that I don't ask for super chats, I mean, here anyway. Makes people just feel inclined more to support because I don't ask for it. Want to support? Great. The fact that you're here is support because it means there's more viewership here. My streams for just streams, actually 5,000 to 10,000 views really isn't bad. And that is support. So why am I going to ask for something when I'm getting it? And I'd rather someone want to do it than feel obligated to do it. It's a big difference. He doesn't get that. He's such a jackass.
them and then feel used. Like when, you say you beg too much and you're working on that, which is good because, as I said, it's not a good look. But
yeah, working on it 8 years late, 10 years late, and $5 billion short.
Even talking about, hey, this other game.
But again, Phil has been begging from day one. I showed you the clip where he was telling people to do the. One time he said it indirectly, one time he said it directly. Click the ads. In my videos, he said, you are not. That is the number one thing you're not supposed to do. You never say that. So then he got his partnership revoked for telling people to do that.
That they believe you're a whale in. Why do they think you're a whale? Where are they getting this?
See, here's the thing. I don't exactly know. There's been so much to this thing over the years that, I'm just...
And there's so much evidence, Phil. Like, with me, that whole the gastric bypass thing essentially fell apart. Once in a while, you get someone coming here being like, whatever, but...
Breasts.
The reason why it continues to hang on with you, Phil, is that... because there's a lot of evidence, dude. It doesn't, when you look deeper into it, there's actually more of a foundation. It doesn't crumble and fall apart. That's the difference. Tomorrow I'm going to a retro gaming store. Yes, Alabama has them. I know. I never doubted that I would have them. Thinking of getting a retro console, probably a GameCube. Try it in the store. Listen to how the laser mechanism sounds. Make sure it looks clean. Make sure the laser looks clean. GameCubes are cool. Try it in the store. I have seen a lot of GameCubes in very rough shape. He's queen because he thinks he's the North American Street Fighter champion. Yeah, he placed 4th. But he's like, well, if everyone else is from Japan, I'm the only person from the States. I guess I'm the #1 player in the States. Of course, Phil.
I'm just going to briefly in my head try to go over what I remember. Apparently, at first, it was that there was an account in the game. That's the name of the account was They Call Me DSP. Okay?
Which is also your Twitter handle.
On May 1st, you should watch your May 2nd video about May 1st. In case you forgot, you made one and made predictions about DSP's future. Did I really? I fuck up a lot with predictions. I was pretty on point with Phil, though. Rich, listen, you have to debate the Karening, Tickle TV, Tommy, and 1360 Killer. Who are you choosing from? Wings, Boogie, Keemstar, Joey from Phil, Austin, Evans, Slopes, Jacob R. And congratulations, guy. Love you, Ricardo. Thank you. If I have to interview or debate, Tickle Television's too insane. I would say it would be a tie between the Karening and Tommy Tellerico. And not even a debate interview. I would just ask, I hate debates. Debates are fucking... When you say debate, it means you want to go into it like argumentative. And I've learned, like even times I caught the quartering off guard, I could have gotten him so much better if I didn't go in there piss and vinegar. But, yeah, interviews are the way to go. Debates are stupid. Because here is the thing. Actually, the quartering said this, and I have to agree with him on it. It's very true. No, you can never, even if you win a debate, you don't win shit. Because one person's fan base is always going to be on their side. The other person's fan base is always going to be on their side. And it's not going to make a fucking difference. And I just farted and didn't even, like, think about it. It just came out of my ass. Man. Oh, crap. I keep hitting the wrong button.
That's correct. And so just by that association, they're a
PDF. I don't know my schedule yet. May 1st, National Live Streaming Fapping Day. Dude, we're having a May 1st celebration. I'm gonna make like a Tim and Eric intro to put in some of my videos to hype people up for it. So anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh. Do you think you would have hit as hard as SS with Phil? Yes. If anything, I know more about Phil's history. Oh, if Phil agreed to an interview, which would never happen, I would. And the thing is, like Phil, I wouldn't have just gone by detractor videos, just like they did. They looked into the claims and then discussed them with you.
Assuming that's me in the game, okay? Now, for what I'm going to understand after that, after I guess at some
Dad,
point
where's the other birds? Are they grounded?
They're on the floor, and I'm too lazy to get them right now. That's pretty much it. Let 1 million march down DC and FAP. Can you imagine a bunch of dudes just walking down a road jerking off?
it had been asked on a stream or whatever, is this you? And I said, no, that's not me in the game. It is not, by the way. That is not my account in the game.
Jesus Christ, please don't.
What is your account in the game?
That I'm not going to say. That's
nervous laugh, bro. Nervous laugh. Why? Why won't you say, dude? Don't say it's a security risk and change your password.
And if you're going to say what?
Or no, look, just like Craig offered. Why didn't you send a still image to Craig? No, I wouldn't get frustrated. Dude, why would I get frustrated? I would love to know how his mind works. I would alone. Well, the thing is, if I was alone, there would be no way I would go 5 hours because it's just, you know, it's not as many people. What's up, Ukami? I know, Union Jack. Damn it, I chose war. But if I was with Jay, no, we would have gotten the same shit out of him. Because you have someone to tag team off of. It's actually easier to interview somebody with two people, I've learned.
Why? Because back when I signed up for that game in 2017, there had never been any
You gave him that
drama
question duty?
around mobile games or anything like that that I had been involved in. No one ever asked me the question of what's the name of your account. I have an account name on basically my Apple device that kind of crosses over a lot of different accounts, okay? And if I were to tell you information about my account, these people will absolutely use that to hurt me. They will try to use this data to get into other accounts. They will probably try to commit identity theft.
How would your screen name from a game? That's like saying that people would try to commit identity theft because they saw my RTU XBLA when the one time or 3 times a year I play a video game on live stream. God, you're so full of shit, Phil. It's not like you're giving out your password and your Apple ID email address, dude. You can even tell by the way he's reacting right now that he's nervous as fuck because it doesn't make sense. Craig and Adam's biggest win was when they pulled back once they figured out he was lying. They just move on like, okay, like, yeah, they knew when it's like, they made him essentially dig his own grave. That's why Phil's freaking out right now.
Impersonate me with Apple. I can't do that. I've already been through that 2 years ago.
So on the record, you're saying that that account they call me DSP is not you.
That's correct.
Okay.
Well,
now,
okay.
Which could be believable. Like, because why would he want to name himself that? You would want to keep attention away if you're spending thousands of dollars when you're decrying poor on your streams to get the money. So I could believe there were people who faked my account on Twitter. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing that I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around, right? Because apparently that name was changed later to Down from the Rafters, right? Why would somebody, if this is a troll that is a whale, right, that in this game, why would somebody after, let's say after this was brought to your attention, the name is later changed, right? And they're spending all this money on this, right? And they know it's being, it's being tracked in this game. Why would they change?
Yeah, why would they go to that length, man? That's a stretch, even for a dedicated troll. It's linked to his Hotmail email account. How much money has been spent on their duty? Does anybody have a realistic number? Oh, of course it's why would a troll spend thousands upon thousands? Over 100. He spent $45,000 on a gotcha game with hot, sweaty men. Wow. Dude. He has a problem. And they're all saying it too. It's definitely him. And imagine you tried to write that off as a fucking tax write-off. Can't do it, Phil.
Change the name. If they're just trolling you with they call me DSP, this name, why would they then change the name if it's just a troll to begin with? What's the point? I'm trying to wrap my head around this idea here.
Sure. Apparently there's a couple theories. Theory number one is, like you just said, this person was actually a troll who was trying to make me look bad.
Where the fuck are your tits?
And that was the theory until the name changed. But I agree with you. That doesn't seem to make sense, does it? Why would you try to change your name if you weren't, maybe. And again,
God, he's even stuttering, dude. Tickled Bruno, he's stuttering.
This is me just guessing. I have
what kind of snacks are you getting, Cosmic?
No clue, because this is not me. Maybe this person was a legit player. Maybe it was a fan of mine. Maybe it was who knows? Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's complete chance. This is not Darkside Phil. This is not DSP Gaming. This is they call me
Darkside
DSP.
Patrick.
Again, who knows? You're right. That's the point. Is it wasn't my name. It wasn't like Phil Burnell or whatever. It was one name that I used.
Why would you? You'd have a username, dude. Like in every RTUXBLA
on a Twitter account. So maybe this legitimately was someone who was playing the game and over the years was getting harassed. I don't know. Here's what I can tell you.
This makes no sense.
Since this started happening, all right, I was afraid that my actual account name was going to get out there, and they were, like I just told you guys, they were going to try to harass me or change, harass my Apple account, hack my Apple account, whatever.
How could they hack your Apple account through your username, Phil?
I reached out.
I gotta say real quick, if that whoever they call me DSP changed it to whatever the hell they changed it to, why haven't you changed it to some?
That's what I'm about to say. That's exactly what I'm about to say. I asked they have the help chat or whatever.
Yeah, I hear it's like tens of thousands. Some people are saying 100K. I'm kind of skeptical of that. Not saying that he didn't, but I'm skeptical. But I believe the 45,000. Holy fuck, man. On a fucking gotcha game. That's life-changing money for most people. Chris the Narc, yeah, that dude, he was if I share, he was nervous. He's so full of shit, Chris the Narc. He was nervous to share privately his screenshot just to show his username, which is a gamer, your gamer tag on Xbox, in a fucking gotcha game. He could have, all he had to do was send a private DM, which you think Craig is going to ruin his whole thing by putting out personal information, one of his guests? Think about, Phil, if you were smart, you would think, okay, he definitely, well, no, he doesn't want to show him because it would show he spent tens of thousands of dollars. But why would Craig break your trust? Not because he's just an ethical guy. He wouldn't want his other guests to be scared off. Like, fuck, if I share something with this guy, he's going to just like tell the whole world about it. Not a good way to garner guests for your podcast. But you don't want to show him, dude, because it's not a security risk. It's not that Craig would have leaked it. It's just the fact that you know that it would make you look terrible. And if your brand is telling people that you're broke on a daily basis, and it's essentially that you're not, you just have a gambling addiction, your whole shit will fall apart. Well, Danny, he doesn't want to admit to anything, dude. If he flat out admitted it, he'd be done.
I asked them, I said, listen, this is happening and I'm really afraid. And they told me they don't do that. I was like, what? Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do name changes. I said, there's evidence that there is. They wouldn't do it for me. So maybe, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this person, because of the level that they've spent supposedly in the game, because they're a whale, maybe the company did them a solid because they keep spending. And so they did it for them. Apparently, you can't just change your name. There's no option in the game to change your name. I've tried. It's not there. And you contact support. They say, we won't do it.
Okay.
It's also weird alone that you're involved in a game enough that you're going to try to contact support, which I don't believe he did, but he literally is losing sleep at night, but he is tossing and turning in his bed because of this interview. He thought it was good. And you know what, man? You're trying to call to task their credibility. What about the Quartering's credibility, Phil? How do you feel about the Quartering now? You still say he's a decent guy. It just shows you want your balls licked. And you're just sad that both of these dudes didn't suck on your sack. That was a fucking brutal way to word it. Yeah, the Quartering, to Phil, the Quartering, you'll never hear him talk shit about him. Because he's a nice guy because he kissed Phil. So he's one of the worst people on this fucking platform, in my opinion. There is worse, but he's in top 10. But he's A-okay with him because he sucked Phil's dick.
I just peed in my basement.
Yes, you could put, that's a down payment on a house. That's a fairly decent car. Luxury car. It's amazing, dude. It's amazing. There are videos that break down and compute the time money it takes to level his wrestlers. From what time he started, it took over $100K to level his lineup. That's like, I have no words. Like, he really does need, and it's not, if beyond the alleged, we'll still say alleged gambling addiction, which does have, he has a level of narcissism that's just kind of destroying his life. Like, he does seriously need help. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to be a dick. Like, he has issues. We all have issues, but he's just not aware of them, though, at all. He has zero self-awareness. The only person who has less self-awareness is
breastfeed it.
Literally, like, I'm not even, like, I think the tickling is the only, I just mixed together the Quartering and Quantum TV. Yes, the fuck I did. You know. No, Phil has actually apologized for things before. I have never heard Quantum TV, not that I have not watched his channel, even when I think, shout out to Classy Tech, I think you're here, don't take it personally. I didn't even check out the video where he mentioned me. But Phil has apologized for things. I personally, with the shit I've watched from Tickle Television, have never heard that man apologize for anything. You could be eating a bowl of cornflakes and Tickle Television could walk by, spread his cheeks and shit in your cornflakes, and he would still not apologize. He'd be like, you told me to use that as a toilet bowl. No, I didn't. Now you shit in my fucking flakes and I can't eat them. He would not, like, there's nothing that man would apologize for. What the fuck? I won't hit the applause again, but I will hit this.
Humping Steven Crowder.
Why does Phil say it with the phlegm? Maybe he's using the games to make characters, then sells them. You can't gamble with credit, and he is... No. Dude, it's Phil. He's not smart enough. No. No. 310% not. Late to stream, but Phil is way too self-absorbed to ever admit. He doesn't see him. He's not... It's narcissism. It's... I don't even know if it's ego with Phil. I think it's an inferiority complex, and he wants to see what he wants to see, not the reality of what things are. He's so, more than anything, even more than money, what Phil wants to be taken is seriously. What he wants more than anything is to be taken seriously. And what he doesn't realize is that he's tried so hard to be taken. I know I'm getting all like dark and depressing here, but it's the truth. He doesn't realize that in his quest, his exhausting quest to be taken seriously, is the reason that he's a laughingstock. And they kind of put a mirror to that, and he couldn't compute it. Like, his May 1st fapping brain is short-circuiting right now. He still can't understand. I think Phil believes his own lies. Because he kind of lives in a fantasy world.
Okay, look, there's a lot here. And look, I'm of the mindset of once somebody gives you money, you can do what you want with the money.
So am I. So long as you're not pressuring people for a reason. That's why I personally would never do a Kickstarter. I know my editor wants to do Kickstarter possibly for the May 1st film, and that's cool with me. I'm sure I know he'll come through with it. Jay is a man of his word. His word is bond. But if you are not just entertaining people and they just so happen to want to support you, if you're saying, I'm doing something specific, I'm paying the electric bill with this, the internet bill, whatever he says in that song, and then you're spending it on, sweaty wrestling men in a fucking Candy Crush clone, people are going to be pissed.
But
true.
I think that we're here to put all the cards on the table here and work through these things. So when you play this game and you have this whale that has the exact same Twitter handle that you have, that is pulling this elaborate troll on you, right?
Spending a life savings just to troll Phil. Just to because that would happen. It could very well be. Doesn't explain the lying though, being on the spec. I believe he's on the spectrum. I believe that.
If that's what it was, I don't know.
Right. But I I hate to bring this up. But I'm going to because I feel like it needs to be addressed.
Go for it.
People have been very aggressive with you to the point to where they have leaked bank statements from you, right? And that's obviously not cool at all. It's ridiculous.
That's what I say. Yeah, it's not okay. I don't care how many of his fucking detractors get pissed off at me. Hate calling them detractors. He's ruined that word. Tough shit. You shouldn't have broken to whoever did it. Shouldn't have done it. It's out there. I get it. With my own ethics, I haven't looked at it and I wouldn't, and I don't think it's okay. Some people don't like that I say that. I don't care.
That somebody would go to that length, and it's
apologize. You're firing or getting fist. You're gonna come fist me, okay? Dude, you're like when the prank calls is another thing. It's gonna still happen too. Trust me. When someone said, like a fake electric company called me and said, your lights are going to be turned off in 20 minutes, even though I'm on an automated payment plan where I pay automatically out of my bank account, don't even have to think about it. Like, oh, okay. It's like, look, man, if my lights are going to come out, it's dark. Why don't you come play with my ass? And then you could hear, like, the guy, like, went for being all professional. And he goes, oh, Holmes, I'm going to pull up. Literally, he said that. I'm not exaggerating. He went from professional to gangster in 2 seconds. Like, yeah, man, come on, it's dark. Come eat my ass. He's like, yeah, man, I'll be there. He was like, I think he was trying to scare me like he knows my address. He was going to come fuck me up or fuck me in the ass. Whatever. I was like, hey, man, I'm so tired. Like, and I was in a mood that day. I'm like, you're really wasting my fucking time trying to fake threaten me. Come on, dude. Fuck off. Find a better way to make a living.
It's honestly upsetting, but it's out there, right? And
oh, dude, back in the day, yeah, Phil thought, like, Phil's ego has always been huge. Okay, all right, I just say before I don't think he has. Yeah, he has an ego. He used to make it like it was a privilege to watch him. Like he was Brazio or Brazzi, whatever the fuck that guy's name, who just stares at you. Phil thinks that people just wanted to come and have him stare at them. Phil, that's the perfect job for you. Become the next Brazio, man. Listen, we got to find Brazio now because I'm pie as hell. Is it Brazio? Is that the dude? What the fuck is the guy's name who stares at you? I forgot his fucking name. Fuck, does anyone remember? No, what's it? Yeah, but no, it's not. I just typed it in. That ain't it. What is maybe Bracco? Yeah, you're right. This is Phil. This is your career, dude. This should be your next job, Phil. All right, have this man stare at you. I'm gonna close me down for I gotta pick my nose. Here comes Brazio. Wow, I can feel that fucking boulder up there, man. Where is it? I'm fucking blowing. I'm fucking blowing snot rockets. And this, yeah, I keep hearing that this guy killed somebody to like get into the staring business. You know what's odd is that both Phil and Brazio are staring at you right now. Yo, dude, I keep hearing he killed somebody. Yeah. But look, right now, Phil and this fucking weirdo are staring at you. They're having a stare down. What am I fucking doing with my life? What am I doing? I have two frightening men staring at me, and I'm off the screen because I was picking a booger. Hey, there's me. No, Still doesn't feel like it's out, man. All right, enough of this fucking... This is amazing. This guy makes money just doing this. That needs to be Phil's job. It's slow, man, but she's getting there. I got promoted last week, which is a tough road and beyond stoked. Congratulations. Like, literally, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Can I get a DSP meh and a laugh remix? Remix. I don't know if I have the axe. Do I have the axe? No, I don't. So you're going to have to get the...
Cucumbers. Cucumbers. Cucumbers.
Google Fish's search history. Don't scare me. Dude, yeah, that needs to be Phil's job. He doesn't have to worry about... Actually, you know what, though? He would still fuck it up because that guy actually has production value. He may have murdered someone. He may not wash his hair, but he knows how to stare at you with quality. Phil would just... I mean, just here. This would just be Phil. Okay. Jasper Kitty, stop. Someone actually made a remix of him fapping with that song. It's actually quite funny. It's somewhere on Twitter.
There have been, according to these leaks, there have been dozens, hundreds of transactions to the Apple Store. Many over hundreds of dollars that have been there.
Dude, there's 0% chance. I will put no effort into pursuing an interview with Phil. And Phil has closed himself off now completely because he got exposed for his bullshit. Phil didn't expect this to happen. He just thought he was going to get his dick sucked like on the Quarterings interview.
Those your transactions?
No.
So those were not tied to you at all?
No. Okay, the bank leaks. Now we have to get into the identity theft thing, okay?
Well, let's just talk about the bank leak.
That is a bizarre question to ask. I don't want to see any harm happen to the guy at all.
First.
Well, they're tied to that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, they go hand in hand. Those bank
Go ahead,
leaks...
explain it then.
Sure, the bank leaks are not accurate. That is not my account.
So it's the person who took your identity was spending money in the Apple Store?
No, that's not my account at all. Whatever that is not me. That's fabricated. Or it's someone else's account. I don't know whose, but that's not my account that was leaked. I've had a lot of issues that happened with identity theft that same summer.
Yeah, exactly. If Phil took the job as Bronzio, the staring man, he would blink after 3 seconds and then yell something fuck, something's in my eye. Fuck. And then you know how he has that fucking like water in front of him? Phil would like be like this, rubbing his eye, and then he'd trip and fall into the water. Then he would get up and blame Tevin.
But they use that to run with some kind of this crazy conspiracy theory and say that was me, and it's not.
So you're saying, just so we're on the same page, you're saying that this account that is not yours, that had thousands of dollars of
Here is the reality of it. I don't know if it would get him in trouble with like the feds or the IRS. But if he admitted to it and said, yes, I spent 45 to whatever amount of thousands of dollars, he'd be done. The last thing left to, well, minus the fact that he's fucking insane, is people expect him to decry poor. And if they find out that he put down a down payment on a home, I gotta take one of my cold pills because I'm getting a fucking cold again. He would stop losing support. It would be done. He would have to go fap on OnlyFans. Speaking of it, here, enjoy it, man. I'll be right back. Oh, Titanius, there's definitely the horny men factor, too. The 50-year-old horny men who keep him afloat. under Fapper. I'm back. And sexier than ever.
Try to relax your anus.
United States. Dude, just everyone talking about it shows that he could have made decent coin simply off the fact that he jerked off on stream. Ah, Phil. I'm telling you, if he had a May 1st anniversary stream, he'd probably make like $3,000, $2,000 that day from people. Even trolls would give him money. But he won't do it because he's Phil.
Fees to the Apple Store consistently that are these amounts just happen to tie to exact amounts in the game that we're talking about, WWE Champions. And it's a game that you also play. Just so we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
You're saying that is not your account at all, and they were unsuccessful in hacking your bank account.
They did not hack my bank account. They did not have access to my bank account.
It seems awfully convenient.
And
You're right.
just
It
right.
does sound awfully convenient, but that's the truth.
You can understand how us looking from the outside in looks at this and raises an eyebrow and doesn't quite buy it, right?
To me, I mean, from an outside perspective, who doesn't know anything, would look like you had to go and file for bankruptcy. You had all these issues and people calling you out for spending way too much money on this game.
Like, well, that's kind of oddly deep, Foil Grim to me, but it's like, dude, we're online streamers. And Jay and I occasionally make videos.
He probably put down a down payment on a home in that new video game Star Citizen. Phil was gonna get his own city called Phil Adelphia, where he is the king, supreme ruler, overlord, high lord, emperor.
But I didn't mean that a bad way towards you. But like Foil Grim, what does Phil expect? Does he expect like to win an Oscar someday? Like someone made a fake Time magazine with like an AI generated Phil, and it had Time magazine like a magazine cover, most influential masturbator. It was pretty fucking funny. And you know what? It's actually kind of true.
And you should have been.
Hey Siri, set an alarm for 2.5 hours from now.
Your alarm is set for 12.
Saving for taxes, and then this shit comes out, and you're freaking sweating. You got to freaking do something about it. It's like, oh, I was hacked. That identity theft. Like maybe the identity theft happened. I'm just like painting a picture for like these people on the internet that hate you and are trying to convince the world of what happened. And then, like Craig said, I mean, you are playing it. It is your user.
Oh no, I'm agreeing with you, Foil Grim.
Username. There are all these bank statements that actually correlate perfectly with this game. I'm leaning more towards that side of the story because it makes more sense. I mean, you needed an out. You have money issues and have had money issues for a while, and it's just like it's hard to believe, dude.
The reason that this story has not died out like every other one is because this is the one that I really don't have a way to prove my innocence without further exposing myself. You understand?
Do you have a police report for the
a police
identity
report?
You don't.
Oh,
you
no.
can redact certain things.
I did not. I don't have a police report. Geez, how do I?
Did you not go to the police when your identity was hacked or
No,
taken?
I went to all my financial institutions. I went to the
Yeah, he's regretting doing this interview.
credit bureaus.
You
and
didn't go to the
notified them.
police though when someone
No,
was
I didn't.
stealing your identity.
No.
Why wouldn't you do that?
I didn't even think to do it. I don't think. What would they do about it?
Try to fucking get the person and arrest them for stealing your identity?
I mean, I guess maybe, but here, okay. I guess what I got to do is tell you a little bit more about all the crap I've been through. I have contacted the police about the harassment. No, listen, I have contacted the police about harassment over the years. When I got swatted, years later, when someone was actually doing tons of fake transactions against my PayPal account, that were all fraud. They were actually fraudulent credit card transactions. I contacted our police here, and I had a big conversation, and they said, listen, I swear to God, this is the conversation. We don't do that. We don't have an online task force for this stuff.
That is true. That is true. I've had to file police reports when shit got extreme, and they don't do a fucking thing. Now, did he actually do it? I don't know. But what he is saying is how they would respond is true. Yeah, Phil doesn't think. Why didn't Phil roast Adam back? I would have. Because he didn't have anything on him. He was full of shit. Where there's smoke, there's fire, 100%.
They said the only thing we deal with is human trafficking. That's it. That's all we can do. Here's the number to the FBI if you want to call them. But unless you're talking about ginormous sums of money being tossed
So
around,
you did contact them or you didn't?
Not about identity theft. I contacted them years earlier about other issues.
And you talked to them about identity theft?
I talked to them about a lot of different things that had happened or could happen. And they
But why would you have talked to them about identity theft years earlier if none of that was even happening to you?
Well, I don't know if we specifically said, oh, identity theft. Like I said, there was a case where, first of all, I received death threats, like pretty serious death threats. Someone saying they're going to come to my house and murder me with a gun.
Well, that's a complete.
But that has nothing to do with what they're asking you. Like,
completely different subject.
Correct.
Right.
And I contacted them about that. And while I was talking to them, I also brought up PayPal issues that I was having with fraudulent transactions and other things. And they basically said, we don't handle that. We can't. We don't have the capacity. Local PD doesn't care. You have to go, if you want to go to the FBI, but they even said, here's the number. If you ever get into something really bad, you're afraid for your life or something, call us 911. Outside of that, anything else, it's, big transactions or whatever, like you lose $1 million, you call the FBI. That's it. So I didn't think, I didn't file a police report about the identity theft because I didn't think they could do anything. They told me years previous, nothing's going to happen about it.
Well, it didn't seem like you were talking about identity theft with them. So,
anyway. let me ask this, right? You addressed the bank leaks on a stream.
Mm-hmm.
Why? If they're not yours, why? Why did you feel the need to talk about the bank leaks if they weren't yours?
Well, what do you mean by that? Like, are you referencing a specific stream that I did?
Just in general. I mean, if somebody hacks an account and they say this is Darkside Phil's bank account, right? Why don't you say, well, it's not mine? What are you even talking about? And like, I did. Okay.
I'm sure that was it. I've never said that was my account.
Then how come? And this is the internet doing what it does. There's been matchmaking based off of your life, going to restaurants, big events in WWE Champions, things like that line up perfectly with this bank account. Like, and I think I said it's your money, dude. You can do what you want. I don't care. But why? Like, it just, if we were in the court of law, and somebody was to bring all this evidence in front of, say, like, look, hey, there's a bullet here. Here's the gun that he used. It has his fingerprints on it. This person is dead because this person pulled the trigger, and the other guy's like, no, I didn't do it. Well, like, there's clear like DNA there, and like, I think that's the.
I think Phil realized he can't defend the nice guy, so now he's being. No, he's still trying to deflect everything here. He's still trying.
The thing that I'm really struggling with here, man, is it just seems like if you would just
Zeb,
say,
I think I answered you before, but just in case I didn't, you're 100% correct.
yeah, it was my bank account. It was really fucked up. It aligned with all these things. By the way, I play WWE Champions. I have a hard time quitting it. Those games are addictive. And he just kind of said, yeah, these things are accurate. I think people would just be like, okay, and they'd be cool with it. But it just seems like you keep digging and digging and digging. And I mean, walk me through this, because there's just evidence here, like mounds and mounds of evidence. And that
right,
say
you claim that it was someone else, but why do a lot of the things on the bank statement actually correlate to things that you actually did and paid for?
Right, and the only evidence that you're putting out is, well, no, it's not, or that's a lie. And just walk me through this, man, because this is the whole purpose of this thing was not not to make you look bad at all. But I just want to walk through this here, man, because it doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up.
What specifically? Like you said, a couple things there.
A couple.
First, you said big events in the.
I'm not bringing it up just to be an asshole. He's just fumbling hard.
The game correlate to money being spent on the account.
No, I don't think he meant in the game. I think he meant in life.
Well, in life and in the game, apparently there's like special events that happen in the game, and it's, you know, a certain character's released or whatever. I don't know enough about the game, right? I didn't do a deep dive into the game. Just there are special events that happen. Hey, you know, it's like you see this on any game, Call of Duty, Apex. For this time only, you can buy this character or whatever. That's all. I'm just trying to.
I kind of get what you're saying, but it didn't though. He actually hunkered down even more, Foil Grim. He's put up now. He's insulated himself even more. He's never going to talk to anybody. Everyone's just against him. It's everyone else's fault but Phil's.
To walk through this, man.
But I see. Here's the thing. I don't know specifically what you're referencing.
Who's bullying him? Explain how I'm bullying him.
I guess what you're saying is there's transactions on that account that correlate. That's something that's been proven that I spent money on. How would that even be proven? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, maybe you went to a restaurant and you said, hey, I'm going to go to dinner tonight. And then there's a transaction at a local restaurant for an amount that may add up to a couple people dining at a restaurant. You know what I mean? That's all. Like I said, I'm just trying to.
Again, it's fucked up that happened, but he says he's going to a certain restaurant, and on that account, it just so happens at this local restaurant, there's an amount of money spent that's, dude, come on, Phil. Do they have to see you in bed naked with a hard on looking at pictures of Hulk Hogan and WWE Champions? Like, dude, it's silly now. Bro, it's a bomb waiting. You are insane tonight, Foil Grim. Are you okay? You're getting deep with this, dude. I'm a man and a real doctor. Nibble my butt cheeks. Imagine you went for a checkup and the doctor's like, all right, you know, before we start, you have to nibble on my ass. No, Bill Gates still was worse. Bill Gates... I mean, look, innocent until proven guilty, and I hold to that, but I could still have an opinion, and that man looks guilty as fuck. He has been to Epstein's Island, and he did things there he doesn't want nobody to know about. Well, he's dead, so I just shit myself. No pressure. Like, at least Phil's half-heartedly making answers.
Trying to walk through this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, first of all, from your perspective, if I were sitting where you were right now and hearing this story, you know, I'd be like, probably lying. I don't know how to defend. Again, I don't know how to defend myself without putting myself and my family at personal risk, and that's the problem. I don't know how that lines up. I wish I knew. I wish I knew I could explain those transactions. I guess, man, I'm trying to figure out how I can tell you from my perspective what really happened that summer. And why, because
I'll tell you, here's something very easy, very simple, very simple. You have my email, and this is a small ask.
Oof, here we go.
It's also a big ask. You can say whatever you want. Will you, and you can say no, and I'm totally fine with this, but just confidentially, between us, will you send me a screenshot of your account, of your WWE account, and just so I personally, I will not share your name to anybody.
0% chance.
But just between us.
Man, I have to think about
and vouch for you.
I would put out.
Because dude, his brand is begging. He has to lie about this. Because if people realize some of his people, like I said, are the 5 horny-year-old men, 5 horny-year-old, the 5 50-year-old horny men, and they're just like, oh, Phil, beg for me, baby. Again, I have no idea. It is true, like Titania said, people just like, Phil, take the money, I don't care, beg, I love it. But there are some people, like if he flat out said, yeah, I'm begging. Or yeah, I'm using, well, he is begging. Yeah, I'm using the money on fucking gotcha games, $50,000+ worth. Bye, Phil. So last one, got to stay in a budget. Phil not once snort in this interview. Either can control. That is a good point. I haven't heard him snort. Vanguard. That's a really good point. Phil could be on camera and still say he didn't do it. Yes. And can we call the incident of May? Call it the incident of May 1st? Yes. Yes. A year with the man. Thank you, David. Man, I appreciate people hanging around so long and supporting the show. So many memories. Hug a Dreamcast, Guy Fish, and crema mayo covered bird in my back door. Jesus Christ. No, I didn't miss your super chat. I just got to it a little late. Your interaction with Phil reminded me of that people that wanted to help Chris Chan. I mean, he's not at Chris Chan levels anywhere near, but he's getting up there with the lore, though.
Yeah, and I will vouch for you either way.
I have to think about what kind of risk that. I don't want to say. Here's the thing.
What risk, Phil?
I'll consider it, but I can't agree to it yet. I have to see what's the risk, you know. And I not say that I think you would do anything with it. I don't.
I think you got to look at what's to benefit more than what's to risk.
You have no idea the levels, how this has gone.
I do. I see it. I'm well aware. I have chat up. I mean, I know. I mean, people have been tagging me relentlessly since it was announced that you were coming on the show, and I didn't know who you were. I had never heard of you before. Before this moment when Craig was like, "Hey, so do you know who DSP is?" And I'm like, "No. What's the deal?" And everyone's like, "Oh, we got to freaking tell Adam who DSP is." You know, it's like I see the amount of attention that you get in a negative light, right? So like I understand. That's why I'm like, I kind of understand that you don't want to be too forthcoming with your any more information that isn't public already, because as there's a lot out there. So, you know, but you're in a pickle, man, because the internet is a fucking pulse, and it's a new brain that humans are still learning how to adapt to. And right now there's a big chunk of the internet that has a target on your head. And you know, you've said it multiple times that you fucked up. You held your hands up. You said, I didn't handle this right. I fucked up multiple times. You did this and that. So it's like, if you want to remain on the internet, which you seem to enjoy streaming, you like what you're doing now, which is good. I'm glad you like what you're doing. But
they're suing. Have you heard police suing Afro Man? I'm not sure who that is, for making a music video. As I'm raiding his house and didn't find anything. Police broke down his doors and took money, and they are suing for emotional distress. Yeah, of course. Jesus Christ.
It's like, if you want to move in a direction that's going to alleviate some of these haters, anything might help. Obviously not giving them more ammo, which, I mean, I've grown to trust Craig. Of course, you know, don't tell him I said that. But, you know, I think that would actually do more for you than you think. If Craig came out and was like, all right, guys, he sent me the proof, and I can confirm to everyone that his account is not, they call me DSP, the whale account, you know, like,
or the other name, down from the rafters.
Or what it changed it to. Yeah.
Right.
Like almost at this point now, it's like, it's almost suspect that you're not wanting to just do what.
Oh, it's definitely suspect.
Whatever you can.
Yeah. Again, I hear you. If I was sitting in your position right now, I would feel exactly the same way. But just the levels of shit that I've been through, and people who betrayed me. Not that I'm saying Craig would. I don't think he would. But
I have no interest, Phil. I want to be really clear with you, man. And just like this, we were talking about this. I have zero interest in making you look bad. Like I think there's a tremendous opportunity here for.
That's not what Phil's saying now, and it's not. He's just. And oh my God, that backhanded "I got dirt on you." Dude, you are the reason no one wants to work with you, Phil. Because of shit like that.
For you to be humanized to a lot of people who don't see you as
What's
human.
up, Jim?
You know, and
What's up,
to
Stephanie?
err is to be human, right? That's the old saying. Like, everybody fucks up, and you've owned up to a lot of those things. But there are certain things here, man, that I just, you know, they don't add up. And you're saying, hey, if I was in your shoes, I'd be saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
He's not feeling guilty. He's just afraid they're going to see through his bullshit. Why does he talk like child? He doesn't sound like a child. He sounds like Ben Shapiro, and Ben Shapiro doesn't sound like a child. He sounds like someone kicked him in the nuts.
I don't know, man.
There's a difference between someone sounding like they're on helium and someone sounding like a child.
And it's not connecting. It's not connecting. And I'm trying to help you out here, man. I really am. And
I hear you.
And so
I feel like there's
help yourself. Watch the full 5-hour Dark Side Phil interview.
5
Hit the
hour.
subscribe button in the city.
Yeah, no, thank you. All right. My boys are here, and I'm tired. So, and I got some stuff I got to film tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you. What did DSP do? Go watch the Side Scrollers podcast and watch his interview there. He shot himself in the foot. Yeah, his interview is 5 hours. No way. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. I think.